Brothers, I do not consider that I have made it my own, but one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead, I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus. Philippians 3:13 through 14. Not that I am speaking of being in need, for I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content. I can do all things through Him who strengthens me. Philippians 4, verses 11 and 13. New Year's has traditionally been a time when people have made resolutions, commitments to improve in different areas of their lives. So how are we to understand these two seemingly contradictory thoughts penned by St. Paul in the same letter to the Philippians? In the first set of verses, it seems as though St. Paul is talking about setting goals and pressing forward. In the second set of verses, it seems like he's talking about how by God's grace, he's learned to be content in whatever circumstance he finds himself in. How do these fit together? I believe that this is one of many paradoxes in the Christian life. As God's children, on the one hand, we are perfectly content with whatever circumstances we find ourselves in, whether with a little or with much. On the other hand, we are always striving to experience all that God has for us. Our contentment is a reflection of the work God is doing in us, as by His grace we fight against the illusion that the things of this world can ever fully satisfy. But we press on, asking God to do a work of grace in our lives, adding to us more and more the fruit of the Spirit and the character of Christ. And we continue to put ourselves in the places God has promised to work, such as His Word, His sacraments, the fellowship of brothers and sisters in Christ, etc., knowing that it's in these places that God will be at work in us, transforming us by His grace to be more and more like Christ. Life is full of paradoxes, and this is certainly one of them. Being content and pressing on toward all that God has for us, all at the same time. Press on in the Lord in 2024.